keep this shit moving. All right. Let me see what else is going on in this bitch. What else? Yo, this was odd. So, Carl Crawford did an interview with TMZ. If you ask me, there's a few things I think happened. I think Carl Crawford of 1501 settled with Meg Thee Stallion. Had to settle with her because he did an interview and he basically was like backpedaling and copying all type of pleas, saying that he shouldn't have done certain stuff, including one, take a picture with Tory while they were going through that whole case shit. Number two, he basically said that like he did a lot of stuff for social media, which basically just kind of made him look like he was a clown, right? But he admitted to this, which tells me that maybe they came to a settlement, so whatever money or agreement he wanted, he got something quite favorable, or not quite favorable, but like good enough for him that he's just willing to stop slandering her. And maybe this was one of the terms like, yo, you can't talk bad about her no more, or yo, you got to put out an apology. But this was odd that he just randomly said this. But let's play.
Hey man, Megan, we haven't talked since 2019. So we've been going through, I guess what you guys see online, and like I said, that's unfortunate too as well, because I never wanted to, have a situation where I was, going back and forth with her on the internet. Kind of like a couple of months ago, I just wanted to revamp the company and bring in a whole new fresh face. Look, we're trying to rebrand the company and give us a new look. We had our reputation was kind of real bad out there. So I just wanted to go directly at that situation and just kind of, start from fresh. I have to take responsibility for anything that happens over here at 1501. But like I say, things happen. Like I say, I got a lot real fast, coming from another lane and all that type of stuff. So a lot of things came at me real fast, and then I had to learn real quick. And in the process of that, you don't always make. Fortunately, man, Megan, we haven't talked since.
Okay.
The right decisions, or you might make a few mistakes here and there, and you have to take ownership for that. So, that might be the case for me at this point, and so that's why I'm at a point where I feel like I want to bring a whole new system in, a whole new team in, and just revamp the whole system. But I never had any problems with Megan Thee Stallion. It's just the social media stuff. It really just turned really sour. You take this social media part out of it, we don't have a problem. So to answer your question, yeah, this is a moment for me to when I'm done with that. You won't hear me mention Megan Thee Stallion name in the media unless I'm doing something like this, or it's just a big time interview where I gotta say it, but you won't see me like texting or making a post or doing any of that stuff that would cause social media to go crazy. The right decisions, or you might make a few mistakes.
Do you regret standing with Tory Lanez, to the end?
Oh, the thing is with that, I don't stand with nobody in that situation. That's just not like none of my business. Like I say, you get caught up in the internet stuff and just doing stuff just to, I don't know if we can just use the word petty or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Because that's been a lot of petty stuff going on back. And I normally don't do stuff like that. So it's just that, kind of like I said, I think I just got wrapped up into the whole scheme of things that was going on. And like I said, we all make mistakes. And, but to answer your question, like I'm not on nobody's side with that. I was just, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying?
We talked about this right here, honestly, about the Tory Lanez question. And it was like,
Do you regret standing with?
Yeah, he had posted like a video with him and Tory during the see? And and that's obviously J Prince Jr. And the caption says, "You never know who you might bump into in the H." Okay. All right. I think they're about to settle. I think they're absolutely about to settle. Reason why I believe this isn't, they have a civil suit going on, and what we found out recently was that the lady who everybody calls like a cooperant, her name's Desiree Perez, she was subpoenaed to do a deposition. Now, here we go. Let's see if I can find it. Look, Meg Thee Stallion claims her label is harassing Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez. Now, this was a smart move right here, okay? What Carl Crawford did was, in a civil suit, you could depose people who are important to the case. Now, Meg is managed by Roc Nation. This is Roc Nation's CEO. So it's within the realm of a decent ask or a decent request by the court to get a subpoena to ask her to take a deposition in this case. Now, here's the thing with a deposition. We all seen the deposition for Lil Wayne. You don't got to keep it on script. You don't got to only ask about Meg's deal. You could be like, yo, hey, Desiree Perez, are you the woman who snitched on the cartel back in this date to this date? Like, they could ask you anything. And it's usually recorded. I mean, you could kind of go, well, it's going to be recorded. It has to be some type of version of it. Sometimes it doesn't get leaked, but a lot of times when people are going to do a deposition on somebody of interest, like that's why Drake didn't want to sit in one, it's going to get leaked. So I got a lot of people who told me behind the scenes that Desiree Perez was going to avoid this deposition at all costs. Obviously, you can see, this is 120, right, which is January 20th. They ran the story saying Meg is known to have a problem, blah, blah, but she's accusing the label of harassing her CEO, okay? Here it is. The latest in the battleground of Meg's war with her label is a dispute over whether the head of her management company, Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez, will be forced to sit for a deposition. The judge had ruled that she did, okay? The judge had ruled that she did. So I guess that came out after this. So the judge had ruled that she did, and just because I think they wouldn't want to do that, I believe that hold on. Wait, this ain't what I think it is. No. I believe that probably helped. I believe that probably helped this situation get settled. And what I think the settlement, I don't know if it's officially settled, but I think it's on the road to being settled because he's talking a lot nicer about them. And I think Desiree Perez doesn't want to take the stand. I think, certain stuff in this case, they don't want to be on Front Street. Meg's been through a lot. Meg has been laying low. She already got the win with Tory. Not too sure about her comeback plans, but she's been chilling. I don't think they want anything else out there to make her look like a bad person or anything like that. And I think even though they probably have a decent case against Carl Crawford probably realizes everybody in this situation is in the best position to settle or come to an agreement rather than air it out in a very messy civil trial. So I don't know if that's completely the thing at this point, but his statements kind of sound like he's down to play nice. Either that or perhaps he's trying to avoid a gag order by the court, or he's trying to avoid maybe a defamation suit by Meg Thee Stallion. Who knows? Right? But the last thing I heard is that they were going to force the Roc Nation CEO to give a deposition, and I thought that was going to be brutal because I think the questions that they would have asked her while she was being deposed was going to be things that were either random but could build onto the narrative that Roc Nation CEO is a rat or all that stuff, or just stuff not good for the label. So I think everybody probably took a little bit of L and just kind of calmed it down. I think. All right. Okay. All right. Good luck to them. Yo, this is one of the most interesting, back and forth I'm seeing recently. So Hassan Campbell, I've interviewed him on my podcast not too long ago. He's in like a war of words with Charleston White, and it's just kind of really messy. I don't want to play certain things. Actually, well, I'll play the clip from the podcast. If you guys didn't watch this, you guys can watch it fully on Spotify. But I'll